The rain poured down in sheets, drumming against the city streets like a restless heartbeat. I pulled my coat tighter around me, desperate to shield myself from the cold and the feeling that someone was following me. The neon lights flickered above, casting distorted reflections on the wet pavement. Somewhere in the shadows of the alleyways, a presence lingered, and I knew it wasn't just a stranger. Heesung, the name left my lips like a whisper, barely audible over the storm. My heart thudded painfully, memories of him flooding back. The man I had once loved, feared, and now couldn't escape. He stepped out of the darkness, his silhouette commanding yet graceful. The sharp lines of his jaw caught the dim light, and his eyes, cold, calculating yet impossibly soft, locked onto mine. You shouldn't be here, he said, his voice low, tinged with a warning I couldn't ignore. I swallowed hard. I had no choice. I needed to know if you were behind all this chaos. Heesung's lips curved into a faint smirk. Everything you see, everything that happened, was meant to protect you. His hand hovered near his coat, an unspoken promise of danger. But sometimes protection comes at a price. The city seemed to hold its breath as he stepped closer. I could smell the faint of scent of his cologne mixed with something sharper, power, danger, and something I couldn't name. My knees trembled, but my curiosity won over my fear. You can't keep me out of your world forever, I said, my voice shaking, betraying my resolve. I need to understand you, understand why. I can't just walk away from you. Heesung's expression softened ever so slightly, the ice in his eyes melting just enough to reveal the man beneath the mask. You think you know me, he said quietly, but you don't even know yourself, and yet you are still here. That's what scares me. Before I could respond, the sound of sirens cut through the night. Hisung's body tensed, his eyes scanning the streets. Go, he whispered urgently, grabbing my arm. Now. I followed without question, my pulse racing as we darted through narrow alleys and hidden corridors he could navigate. Every step brought me closer to him, yet deeper into a world I wasn't sure I wanted to enter. Yet deeper into a world I wasn't sure I wanted to enter. Finally, we stopped on the rooftop of a skyscraper, rain soaking us both. Heesung's hand lingered near mine, almost brushing my fingers. I should hate you for what you have dragged yourself into, he muttered, almost to himself. But I can't, and maybe that's my weakness. I stared at him, heart hammering. Then what happens now? Heesung's gaze pierced mine, intense and unyielding. Now, we survive together. And in that moment, I realized nothing would ever be simple again. He was danger, desire, and everything I couldn't resist. And somehow, in this chaos of his world, I had found a place I didn't want to leave.
Subscribe for part hash 2.